Hey everybody, so this recipe is in my cookbook. If you are interested, I will have it linked below. It has over 60 plus recipes from sides, pasta, soul food, very much comforting food. So like I said, if you're interested, I will have it listed below. Let's go ahead and get into the ingredient list. First, we have our bell peppers. I do have some garlic, your penne pasta noodle. You can use Parmesan or mozzarella cheese. Then of course I have my heavy cream. Next we have our jerk sauce. For my seasoning blends, we have a few seasonings here. We're starting with the Old Bay. Next for color and of course flavor, we have our good old Sazon. This is basically like my own all-purpose seasoning. That's all it is. So we have garlic powder, black pepper, onion powder, and smoked paprika. And we have some good old shrimp. So all of my ingredients will be listed in the description box, including measurements. But like I said, purchase that cookbook if you would like to have a printed copy. Let's get into this recipe.
So it's always easier to me when I prep all of my ingredients in advance, so that way the cooking process can go as smooth as possible. So that's highly recommended. I start by slicing my bell peppers. I will be using yellow and green bell peppers, but feel free to use whatever you have, whether that's orange, red bell peppers, and even the small sweet bell peppers are fine as well. So for this dish, I am using a good amount of shrimp that is peeled and deveined. I added the jerk seasoning as well as a little bit of olive oil, and I'm going to give that a very good mix and let that marinate for a good 20 minutes. Now at this point, it's time to sear the shrimp. I have my heat on medium heat and I added a little touch of olive oil. Next, I'm going to sear the shrimp for about 1 to 2 minutes on each side, basically until they're opaque and fully cooked. Once the shrimp is fully cooked and done, we're going to remove the shrimp and put that to the side. But it's important for us to leave in those bits and pieces in there of that jerk flavor, because it's just going to enhance that pasta sauce. Once I remove all the shrimp, look how juicy and good that looks. I went ahead and added the bell peppers into the pot, and I'm going to give that a very good saute until they're slightly softened. So I would say about 3 to 4 minutes. So as you can see, my pasta is cooked perfectly. I cooked it for about 8 to 10 minutes, I believe, basically following the boss instructions. Now, once the bell peppers are slightly softened, I added some freshly minced garlic, and I gave that a quick toss for about 30 seconds or until fragrant. And once I'm done with that, I went ahead and poured in some heavy cream. Now, I wanted to say you are more than welcome to use half and half mixed with chicken broth. It's less expensive. I know heavy cream can be pretty expensive depending on where you go. But my personal preference, I love using heavy cream in pastas because it gives it that perfect consistency, even when adding cheese. So I added in the heavy cream and I'm going to let that warm up a bit. And while the heavy cream is warming up, I season my sauce up with the same basic seasonings I showed y'all in the ingredient list. And everything will be in the description box as well if you're interested in this recipe and you need to take a quick screenshot of the actual recipe. Now, like I said, I went in with the same basic seasonings. You have Sazon, garlic powder, onion powder, smoked paprika, a little bit of black pepper, and we're gonna give that a very good whisk. And this is helping making sure that heavy cream cooks very evenly on the heat. So at this point, I am turning my heat down. It's very important before adding in cheese because you don't want your sauce to break. I am using mozzarella cheese, but you're more than welcome to use Parmesan cheese. Once I add my cheese, I give that a very good whisk just to help melt that cheese into that sauce. And you want to have an even sauce without the sauce being lumpy. At this point, my heat is off and I'm adding in the jerk seasoning. You can do this when you're adding in the actual seasonings, but for me personally, I didn't mind doing it after the cheese, and I'm giving that a very good mix, constantly stirring until it creates that smooth sauce. As you can see, it's starting to thicken up very well from that cheese. Now that my sauce is ready, I'm adding in my cooked pasta. I cooled it with cool water. That's very important to stop the cooking process when you're making pasta, so your pasta isn't mushy and it's the perfect texture. Give that a very good mix and really smother that pasta with the sauce. And look at that. We have beautiful pasta that is so creamy, delicious, and flavorful. Now we're going to give it another flavor boost by adding in the cooked jerk shrimp. And right there, we boosted the flavor 10 times more. Look how creamy it looks. Now, my tip is let your pasta sit a little bit just to help thicken up that sauce. It depends what you like and the consistency of your sauce that you prefer. But if you would like to eat it like this, that's perfectly fine. I personally like to wait just a few minutes to let that sauce thicken up. So as you can see, the sauce has thickened up. It's super creamy and it's ready. This is a very good 20-minute meal that is good during the busy week. It's very affordable. You can substitute the shrimp with chicken. It's clearly up to you, but like I said, all the ingredients will be listed in the description box, and I will also have my cookbook, Chaz'S Cuisines, linked below if you're interested in more recipes like this. Look at this. Look at the turnout. It is so good. If you like this video, please give this video a thumbs up. Also, go ahead and subscribe if you are not a part of the lifestyle, and comment who you are in the comment section. All right. And if you decide to try this recipe, please tag me on Instagram at Chaz'S Cuisine Story.